Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. My, oh my. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling.
I had the urge to enunciate.
Clat.
Our guest came in, and we just involuntarily
Club.
legend, art, theater, and now tea.
And now tea.
Ta-ta.
And now herbal infusions. Well, I'm sure you are going to school us on tea, but
In more ways than one.
Because there are some things that are tea, and there are some things that are infusions.
Yeah. Okay.
You know these things. Our guest knows. Now, we've loved you forever. You were technically our Miss Culturista.
Yes.
The third Culture Awards.
People didn't see this on streaming on Peacock, but back in the day when this was just a live show, Peppermint was quite the gag when you came out
in your trader's clothes.
in Trader's
Wait,
clothes.
wait, hold on. We can't just talk at her with
No,
this.
you're saying you like she's here yet.
I know.
She's not yet
She's not here. She's on her way.
But she is one of the Grand Marshals of Pride, wouldn't you know it, alongside someone I know quite well. Sorry. I hit Bowen Yang as to enunciate because podcasts are a visual medium now. We didn't want it. It just happened.
When I strike someone in the future, I'll just say I was enunciating.
Yeah.
Like you just did.
I was physically enunciating by hitting my sister. Did you notice? So we opened the upfronts and we had to do a little monologue at the end of NBC upfronts. And one time to enunciate my point, I did go like this, right, Bo? Like we were like a fucking
like an old couple,
old timey 1920s vaudeville comedy couple.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Which is ultimately what we are. It's all vaudeville. It all goes back to vaud.
Well, culture is all one system.
And that's a rule.
I don't know what the fuck I mean by that.
I think I do.
Yeah.
It's the amphitheater.
Wouldn't you say that our guest is in good old-fashioned performer?
A trailblazer.
A grand marshal.
Our guest is out here beautifully expressing the right political takes. I'm just going to say.
There you go.
There you go. We will talk about this.
The right ones.
The right wing ones.
Empirical right.
The right wing ones. Our guest is a right wing legend.
Well, she's making her right wing debut. And this is the place for it.
No, she is of legend for all time. She's the Ellen Klatt, so you know she's a legend.
Yeah.
I need to try her new Transcendence tea.
I think we might get to.
With Moody Teas, her new collaboration. She's on season 3 of Survival of the Thickest with the one, the only Michelle Visage. Michelle Buteau. Oh my God.
She's seen all the Michelles, though, in her day.
Yes.
All the great Michelles.
Alexis Michelle, theater. Everyone, please welcome Peppermint!
Oh my God!
Your
Hi.
in-person Las Culture debut.
Oh my gosh, it's true. Taking my virginity.
And you brought the tea.
I brought the tea. We're going to spill the tea. We're going to talk about the tea.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the tea.
All of the tea.
Before we get to the tea, memories of that Traitors moment, because that was drama when we were at King's Theater in Brooklyn.
It was. I mean, I feel like it was very shortly after the series.
Yes.
And so people were like, rife, is that
yes, rife
for a moment.
Yes.
And I really didn't or hadn't had the opportunity to like do any Traitors things in person or like anywhere after the show. You know, I mean, I've talked about it in a couple interviews, but like making an appearance and like sort of honoring the Traitors hadn't really been done by me.
Right.
So thank you.
We said,
honored.
what if you came out as the traitor and was sort of like what would you call that stage thing they do where it's like, oh no, what do you mean something's behind us? And the whole audience is like, behind you. Is there a word for that phenomenon in theater?
It's like a Lazzi. It's like a commedia thing. I feel like it's like the Italians used to do it.
Yeah, like the audience is in on it, and
well, it's very children's theater.
Yeah.
Like, there's a crocodile.
Anybody see it? Help me find it.
All the audience with the Peppermint is behind you. What?
And
that was so fun.
I loved it. Yeah, I want to do it again.
Do it again. LA May 30th. Well, but by the time this episode is out.
Okay. It might be. It'll be too late. Yeah. Well, man, I had so much fun at the Las Culturistas Awards, darling. Wow, what about that moment?
That moment,
That
though.
moment.
Come on. We sure topped ourselves.
We sure topped ourselves.
If only.
If only.
Literally.
I think about it.
Topping?
No,
I've seen a video once. Not of you.
of someone topping themselves.
Yes. It's a real thing.
Explain it.
Somebody was laying in their bed or whatever,
Yeah.
and they just like, were.
But then that's just a tuck.
No,
It's like the ultimate tuck.
the ultimate.
No tape required.
Darling. And it was like, and I was like, oh, they've done this before.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, that's impressive.
That's, but I can't imagine it's pleasurable.
They moved the furniture out of the way.
Yes.
And so it is like a tuck. And then they went into the tunnel.
Uh-huh.
And
Now
they
I'm
were
thinking-
like,
There's a
Going in
tunnel
and out
behind
of the
there's a
tunnel.
tunnel behind the furniture. This metaphor is amazing.
I'm wondering. I'm genuinely sitting here wondering if I could pull it off. You'd have to be really long, I guess.
Right. And
You know
you're-
those long ones.
he wasn't that endowed. I mean, it was long enough.
You know,
Yeah.
I would say taint distance.
Short tape.
That's what it is.
It's
short
Maybe
taint.
they had a short taint.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good grief. Mom, I'm sorry.
Taint.
Don't watch this part.
Do you remember when we all discovered the word taint? And it was like
Yeah.
one of those things that like preteens or middle school kids discover the word taint, and then it becomes the word of the year 2009.
I think they invented it.
Yeah.
Preteens.
Because that's not really the word, is it?
Don't
Is
they call
that
it
the word?
Perineum.
Perineum. Oh,
But, which I think kind of sounds chicer.
I like that better too, because taint sounds like, honey, I taint gonna do, like it sounds like an expression.
Something
Yes.
that's tainted.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
it's tainted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tainted.
It's that was Bob used to do the God Warrior lip sync at Barracuda, Miss Mate Rest.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Because that was where you would tread the boards at Barracuda.
I sure did, darling.
Everywhere.
I was there. I mean, pretty much. Legend. Hello.
Legend.
I worked at Barracuda. I did Monday nights after Candace Kane.
Wow.
After she left, she sort of passed the crown on to me.
Oh,
That slot though is like as
that
powerful.
was the coveted slot. That was the one. You wouldn't think for like a Monday, like a day of the week. It's not like, that's not the one you think of. But that
Right.
was the show. I guess they trusted the girls.
They trusted the girls. But did
We
you
went
remember
every
you
weekend.
went every weekend when it was Bob's? Oh yeah, every Monday when it was Bob's sort of tenure, and then I think Bob handed it to Monet.
It's true.
But then, but do you remember who you handed it to?
Bob.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a legacy.
Yeah.
that's incredible.
It was, I think Shaquita had Mondays before, definitely. It was Mona. I think Mona had Mondays at one point. Then Shaquita had Mondays for sure, because it was called the Gailey Show or something like that. And then it was, Candace. Then it was me. Then it was Bob. Then it was Monet. And then
it all kind of
then it kind of wish-washed around.
wish-washed around. It was porridge. But wait,
Yeah.
where do you remember your entrance music?
It was whatever I chose to perform that
Yeah,
week.
yeah,
Got it. Because Bob's was always Bob the drag queen. Can she turn
turn
in?
it?
Bob the drag queen. Yes.
Answer is no. Will she? We're waiting. Just kidding.
It depends.
And yeah, that's okay. We all get to show up whenever we want.
I mean,
I feel
listen, I showed up. Our time was not the same time slot every week.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
It was the witching hour.
11:30. I remember we were there.
Ish.
Then.
Okay. Yeah.
You were like, we would go on 12:05, 12:10.
Easy.
But those nights were fun though when everyone just kind of got a little restless.
It was late and people would stay and it was good. And sometimes I would feel bad, so I'd bring chicken wings or something.
Oh, just have a
Pizza.
like a barbecue at the
yeah,
at the
just like,
joint.
hey y'all, I brought wings.
and
It's
then no one can be mad
okay.
at you. No one can be mad.
How could you? Or drag me
No.
the wings and she's gonna do a number? Shut up and sit down and eat.
It's Monday night.
It's Monday night.
I miss Barracuda most of all.
I do.
really do.
It's where we would go, especially if anything was playing at MetLife.
Oh, wow,
we
really?
We would go there just because it's like by the
after.
bridges.
Yeah.
Before and after sometimes.
We pre-gamed Renaissance there. We pre-gamed Chromatica there.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty recent in my.
I know.
I know. It is.
We're talking as if it's like decades.
I just mean like if you're talking about pre-game
Yes,
memories,
yes,
like
yes.
those
Yeah.
were two of the ones.
But I feel like Chelsea is like kind of desolate now in terms of like the nightlife.
It is. I mean, I
Right?
haven't been there.
I haven't-
Tumbleweeds.
100%.
Damn, that's sad.
Is Gym Bar still there?
I think.
Don't know. I hope. You never know anymore. And like, honestly, that is maybe an indictment of us for not going out there.
I know.
Of the culture in general, where it's all like, this is happening all around the world, or I'll keep it to America, but it's like the gay bars and like these like more like manageable quote unquote queer spaces that aren't like huge warehouses or huge parties. Like they just don't see as much like foot traffic now.
Oh no, yeah, because it's their destination.
Their destination, yeah. But it's because people come in for these big parties that are like in a warehouse under the highway, which are fun, but like it does kind of cannibalize something about like the bar scenes.
Yeah, which I mean, maybe. I hate the thought that like, oh, everything's so cyclical because it sounds so
but
cliche, but like before the bar stuff, I was up in the warehouses at the club.
Yes,
Tunnel and Sound Factory and like Limelight. I mean, they were clubs. They weren't just warehouses, but like they were these great big places where everybody would go.
Yes.
And you weren't sitting around talking,
And you're saying it swung back to bars.
Yeah, around 2002, 3 is when it started to get more about the bars. I mean, the bars were always there.
Yes.
But like the scene really kind of
ebbed and flowed.
Distilled into that.
What do you think you can attribute that to? I remember Drag Race got us to the bars a lot, and when it became, you probably obviously saw like all of a sudden everyone shifting their attention to drag queens in a different way.
I mean, I think before Drag Race it was Desperate Housewives. I mean, there was Desperate Housewives viewing in a lot of gay bars
on Sundays.
So, we did not get here at the right time. That was our time.
That we
it was
would have
Desperate
been.
Housewives. I mean, it was like you knew. You just walk down the street and it'd be like some nondescript bar, and then you hear all the queens like, "Oh no, she didn't! Oh, she slept with her man." Like whatever. Like yes.
All the gays crying because Gabrielle like had to give her baby back.
Yeah,
give her baby away.
I've already fallen in love with her.
And then every single episode ended in like a major cliffhanger.
Right.
So you'd hear
the voiceover would go, "Yes, Gabrielle did have a secret, and it would cost her everything." Just
Tom
like
McLaughlin
that.
is next door. Orson.
Who?
Bree's
Sorry.
husband.
Bree's
second
right now?
husband is next door in the next
Oh
studio
my
over.
gosh, we have to
And
stop
Twin Peaks,
Anna's
obviously,
Anna.
and Sex and the City.
Yeah.
All the rest.
An icon. Well, first there was Rex Vandekamp, then there was Orson. I was a Desperate Housewives.
Yes, we were.
I mean, I hosted it because I did karaoke that night. It was the award-winning karaoke in the city.
Well, of course it was.
Well, of course.
Got me on the cover of all of the gay magazines in New York City at the same time.
What was the karaoke?
It was
banger?
called "Sing Out Sister."
What was your number?
Oh, the song. I mean, I would. In my sleep, it would be like "Faith" by George Michael.
Ooh.
Yeah. But like, I feel like God. You know what I miss?
What?
Time Out. You'd open up Time Out New York and be like, "This is my weekend."
Oh yeah,
you just don't have that anymore. But I feel like Sing Out Sister was like a Time Out New York like fixture, like critics pick, like go to this, hosted by Peppermint. She's gonna sing "Faith" by George Michael.
Hello. She's gonna wear the same dress, same wig.
But that was the gig.
That was the gig, honey.
Speaking of the gig, wait, can we talk about Transcendence?
Yes, we can.
Tell us everything about it. Why is it this gorgeous color?
Okay, I am a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker, and I wanted to do something fun, not like a t-shirt or some kind of, like
not like a t-shirt,
socks or whatever, merch.
Our mesh shorts found dead.
Yeah. And so I decided to partner with Moody Tea Company, which is a small queer-owned, black-owned company that creates tea blends that soothe the soul.
Yes.
And so we developed Transcendence, which is a deep blue vanilla mint tea. It's herbal, no caffeine, and it's delicious. I love it so much.
Can we try some?
Yes, but. Oh, no, there's no but.
There's no perineum.
Yes, but. I kind of love that. Yes, but. And then you just do the thing.
Where are your... Okay.
Here we go.
And wow.
This is elegance.
This is not your pot.
This is my pot.
You brought it?
I travel with a teapot now.
Tony. Now, we need to ask Tony about his name.
What is
Wow, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, just the color of it, the elegance, the style.
And
Wow.
so what makes it blue is the blue butterfly pea flower, naturally occurring blue. And so if you drink, let me get my
Yeah, I know. We have to all do it
gosh.
together.
If you, in the summertime, if you want some iced tea and you put a slice of lemon or any citrus, and it magically turns to a beautiful pinkish purple because it changes the pH.
Well,
Cheers,
chin, chin.
Darlene.
Cheers.
Chin,
We are
chin.
so happy.
Yes, this is the collector's edition mug with the collector's edition set. It usually just comes loose leaf in a bag like this, but then there's the collector's edition set, and that's it.
It's fab.
This is delicious.
Oh, this is exactly what you need.
Now, they. It would have been now. You like did these lovely people at Moody Tea go? And we'd love for it to be a peppermint tea.
We talked about it together. I
Okay,
mean, there was
great.
lots of different options,
Yes,
you know, but
yes.
I wanted it to be peppermint, you
Yes.
know. I mean, I'm not going to do like some cinnamon flavor tea, you know. I mean, maybe round two.
Excuse you.
Okay.
Cinnamon has a major point.
It does.
I think cinnamon tea. I love like a cinnamon.
I love a cinnamon.
It is. It's tasty and it has some health benefits, but not as many health benefits as peppermint does. As mint for your stomach, just everything.
Now,
darling.
did it basically like make you even more of a tea person, or were you already the tea girl?
I drank a lot of tea beforehand, but I definitely turned into a tea maven. I don't know.
Snob.
Tea snob.
Tea snob.
Yeah.
Tea mother. You were being mother earlier. You know, at British tea, they go, "Shall I be mother?"
And then pour. Hey, I didn't even know that. But I learned a lot about tea. I learned that tea, like the reason tea is so connected to British culture is because they were trying to get their workers to not take lunch breaks. Tea, not only drinking tea, but the tea, like the tea, the time of tea time.
Yes.
No lunch breaks, and we need you to stay working. It's capitalism. So we need you to ingest sugar, tea. So like that was what they would have with sugar, which was really, really rare. Like you wouldn't put sugar in a lot of things back then.
Yeah.
And so they're like, let's get you a sugary drink. And tea at the time was the drink that you would put sugar in.
Right.
And it also was caffeinated.
And it was caffeinated.
Yeah.
But isn't this like such a crazy thing where like, oh, this like dainty little drink
Oh no.
is responsible for like, is like a product of and responsible for like colonialism. And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Let's go conquest.
Like let's go like invade these other countries because they have the best teas, I
and they're all
guess.
hopped up.
Ceylon.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But now we think of tea as this like a wholesome thing. Oh my God, you're drinking hot water, you're China Maxing, you're drinking tea, but it's like, no, this is like fucked
serious.
up.
It's messed up.
This caused a lot of drama at the tea party.
Yes.
But listen, your tea can be problematic and tea can be even transphobic. It is if it's not this tea, because this tea, in addition to being delicious, also a portion of every single sale goes to Advocates for Trans Equality, which is a national organization that helps the trans community.
Incredible. So then I'm throwing out all my celestial seasonings.
That's right, Dar. Oh, you definitely them.
They're transphobic.
I don't know, but let's say they are.
Well, they're not this, so yes.
They're not this. Wait, if you ever are in Boulder, Colorado, you must go to the Celestial Seasonings like tour.
Factory,
The
like
factory tour. They have the mint room.
Oh, wait, what's in the mint room?
It's where they keep all the mint, babe.
Is it fresh or dried? It's like it's dried.
Fresh. No, and it's like a cold like meat locker situation. But you walk in and it is.
I know it does.
Vicks Vapor Rub found dead.
Honey.
It's amazing, but it's the best feeling. No, it's actually quite
My favorite
lovely.
fragrance.
Vicks.
I'm wearing Vicks right now.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's she.
That is a Gilda Radner throwback.
Yes. But you have to go to the Celestial Seasonings.
I have to check it out. I want to go tour all the tea places. I got to go check it out. Yeah.
You gotta know the competition.
What have you learned about teas in this process? Infusions versus tea.
Infusions versus tea. Fruits, things that are fruity are more infusions,
Yes.
things like that. Tea will have leaves in it.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's the basics.
Uh-huh.
I've learned a lot about tea. Different ingredients have different blends have different steep times. This one is a good 5 to 7 minutes for all the benefits to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously the longer you steep it, the deeper the flavor becomes.
And what are you doing in the 5 to 7 minutes?
How do you wait for?
How do you wait for the tea? Are you clicking the fingers on the counter?
So
I hope you're not watching the boil. The what do they call it? The kettle boil.
The kettle boil.
Because boiling
pot
kettle
never
does
boils.
not.
Right, darling.
Did you hear me swimming in the ocean trying to
You're
find an
not kettling
expression?
to boil a pot of bottles. So I'm probably.
I sound like Alyssa Edwards.
Rigomoris?
Rigomoris?
I'm probably, I'd like to think I'm doing something glamorous, but I'm probably calling my senator to make sure that the budget goes through and that they don't enact austerity on New York City.
Like,
Talk about it.
well, I don't have anything to say beyond this. I mean, why is it affecting New York? Because it's the federal budget.
It's the federal budget that trickles down. I mean,
course.
obviously there's like city, state, and federal budgets that different resources and different services use. But I mean, federal does impact something. It's like a domino effect.
Of course.
And when you consider the relationships that are also tied to some of those things, if you don't let this federal budget pass over here, you ain't getting this over there.
Right.
Then Julie Menon, our speaker, then you end up being corrupt and making decisions that are not in the best interest of the voters that will.
Yep.
Let me drink this.
Now
tea.
drink the tea.
Drink it.
It's really. You know what I think is funny?
This is calming.
Like what I love about like social media and the media being so sensitive now is they really can't get away with anything, but they act like they can. And you know what's funny? They do, because people don't do their due diligence. They don't find out if these people are, taking corporate money. They don't find out if they're bought or paid for in any way. And then you get very tripped up because people get called progressive. And I'm sorry, but I don't think you can call yourself progressive if you have a very bad rating from organizations that track whether or not you've taken corporate money and continue to do that. So don't tell me who's progressive when you can do a simple Google search.
There's nothing to say. It is 100% true.
It just is what it is. But we're not thinking about it. Oh wait, I didn't know what was happening.
That looks like a chic little hand toss. Like,
oh yeah, I was like, what?
Do you know what the key is? Look at the elbow.
Oh, for the high five connect.
Oh,
Works
and
every time.
then you know.
It's perfect aim every time.
So then you don't have a missed moment.
Yeah. Not like politicians are missing the moment every day.
Every single one.
Speak on it. I feel like I asked you the simplest, most like 9th grade civics class question. Well, how does the federal budget affect the municipal one?
You know what? That's fair, because a lot of us don't take civics anymore. They've like removed it out of education.
Of course,
growing up, for me at least, it was like, I remember our social studies teachers like trying to dance around certain things about like teaching us the Constitution when like W. Bush was president. And she was like, how am I going to explain this? And now I'm like, I can't imagine what these fucking like teachers how they have to like sort of package it without like one of the kids going home being, well, Mrs. Patrick said this and this about Trump, or like suggesting.
Well, they just don't even teach it. I mean, like it's not even in the curriculum anymore. And I think that's just like, teach American exceptionalism. You're like, we are great and we are free, and any threat to us is just a threat to our freedom, and that's it. Meanwhile, you have Palantir.
Right.
Oh, this video is getting stricken and struck.
Yeah, but getting stricken and struck. No, I mean, this is the thing about things like Palantir. They're now trying to like aestheticize all of like the nefarious shit where like it's all like they are surveilling us, but like let's make a cool like rugby shirt with our logo on it, and that'll be great. Like that kind of like it launders like the image in some way where it's like, well, if people are gonna wear our cool fun clothes, like they merchify like the fucking evil.
They want. I think they really are depending on people sort of devolving into this like, I only care about like my
buying stuff.
Yeah, like fun little stuff, little clips and like whatever, like stuff that just makes them feel good and shopping or whatever, without realizing that the material conditions and needs that they have are connected to all these huge corporations that are taking money out of the pockets and taking taking your actual freedoms away. It's not a brown person or a trans person. It's a corporation.
Yes.
And that, I think, is leading to another thing, which is we are becoming so numb to that, because I think the prevailing narrative from all of these corporations and I was actually watching Hacks and The Comeback last night, and they both spoke about AI, and it's the same idea that the AI creators and the people that are sort of, you know, in power are saying this is happening whether you like it or not, or the future is happening, so join it. And this idea of, like, there's a great monologue that Hannah Einbinder had
it's
on
amazing.
Hacks, where she was just like, this is the problem, is that you're telling us it's inevitable, and therefore we're just supposed to accept that and march into this reality, when the fact is you are the only person that benefits from that inevitability.
Yeah.
So this idea that we don't have a choice across the board is so degrading to the soul of this country, which the second you really step out of it and start thinking about it, they've been degrading us from the beginning because they've made us feel we were in service to our country, not that they are in service to us. And it's just shocking to see them parrot this, well, it just doesn't matter, AI is here. Like, this is the way our government is. Like, capitalism is the correct way. It's just crazy to see what we've accepted and what people continue to accept.
I mean, I guess they have to change the definitions of a lot of things with capitalism. I thought capitalism just meant being free to buy things and making your own decisions. That's what I thought capitalism was. And that can't be a mistake. That is a byproduct of everything I learned, whether it was from school or the media and the TV shows we were watching and the slogans that the politicians were saying.
Right.
And so, you know, when you misdirect people and they're on some other path, then of course it's easy. You know, if they can convince us that Palantir is just the shirt, then people are like, sure, we want the shirt. And then they're going to accept it. And that sort of paired with this, well, it's just inevitable, and it's not, because they're there trying to sell it to us. That's what they're doing. They just need us to believe that we want it.
Exactly.
Because another thing Hannah says in that monologue is she's like, you can't tell us that it's inevitable and that, like, it's just here when you're the one selling the product. So it's like, this is like a sales pitch.
Yeah, it's a sales pitch. The only thing that's inevitable is us. And what we ultimately decide to do or agree to do or decide not to do.
And the only thing inevitable is Transcendence by Moody T and Peppermint.
That's right, darling. That's inevitable.
It's really, it was kind of jarring yesterday because you see, like, it was in the center of both of the television series I was watching, and they were both comedies. Because something I hadn't thought about like with show business and stuff is it's like they're gonna come for the things that they think are easily replaced first. You know what I mean? And I think that's like
How so?
like for example, they're saying the thesis of The Comeback was, oh, AI can write comedy because you don't need to be a genius to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, they're talking now, like these bros that want to look out for other bros, I guess, like, oh, auteurs are going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry, like, these people that we actually respect because you're also men and indoctrinated into culture. Y'all are fine. We'll look out for you. We'll just help you with this tool. It's going to keep everyone else down. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to rob everyone of everything that we don't take seriously, which is going to be gay art, queer art, black art, like, honestly, and then the low art forms, quote unquote, which is comedy and is low key, like, experimental stuff.
And
that is going to be the first
expanding.
thing.
What they're saying is the low art forms, and what they're saying is, like, you know, disposable.
Everything for women.
Exactly.
Well, I think
pretty much all of those subjects that they deleted out of the federal vernacular last year, out of all the federal grants and out of all the websites, and removing removing trans from the Stonewall website and trying to get the people. But you're right, people aren't going to do any bit of research. There were people up in the comments when they took the pride flag down from Stonewall in Sheridan Square, that from the Stonewall National Monument, they were saying, well, a gay flag doesn't belong on a national monument. What the hell do you think the National Monument is about?
Exactly. Also, how do they know, how are they experts on monuments all of a sudden?
They're not, which is case in point. They don't even know what this one's about.
Exactly.
It's just so wild for everyone in power to be like, we have to keep pushing forward. The systems in place have not worked. Our country is a failed experiment. So the systems in place are not pushing us forward. Like, you were the only one with the megaphone, so you get to say that. But America didn't work.
I remember, and I'm trying to figure, right now I'm trying to go back and sort of redeem, like, where do these ideas get into my head? And I remember the idea of, in terms of politics, someone saying, well, I eventually just started parroting, oh, well, it's basically they just trade back and forth, and that's politics. Like first the right has it, then the left, red, blue, and that's it, which just kind of lulls us into this status quo. Nothing will really change.
Yep.
And everybody knows that like nothing really changes. They just change power every few years and that's it. It doesn't have to be that way.
No. I loved what AOC said the other day because, they're asking the most boring fucking question ad nauseum. Like, what's your political aspiration in 2028? Is it a Senate seat or is it the presidency? And she turned and she said, you know what? I'm different from everyone else you're going to ask this question to because I haven't aspired to this office. I don't aspire to a title. I don't aspire to leadership. That has not been what this is about for me. My aspiration is to change this country. And single payer is forever. And like a title is not. Like you can be the president for 4 or 8 years and that is the rule. And that's it. But she answered that question in a way that I think makes her singularly set up to lead this country in a way that we need because she's not in service of herself.
Exactly. And chasing power and money and greed, which is what all of the elected officials are doing.
Well, they're publicly like on talk shows now being like, well, I'm very powerful as a congressperson. And you're like, listen, you're not supposed to say that actually.
We don't want that.
Unless that is your value. And that is a lot of their values. They put emphasis on their power and influence, and then that becomes the thing that's important, and the way you maintain that is by getting into bed with corporations and unsavory groups.
That's the only way you maintain it, and that's the way you protect it. And then if you're doing anything in the best interest of a corporation, like corporations by definition in general do not have the best interests of people, human beings, the country, the planet, the environment, resources, disabled people, black people, trans people, queer people. They don't have any of that in their best interest. They have making more money than they did last year. That is the definition of what a corporation is. And that doesn't work. It's not sustainable. It's just not. Even if you are a politician that's on the take and getting on, you're going to be out one day. The corporation's going to be like, we're done with you. We found a new one that's cheaper and we'll do it better.
Oh, you guys!
I know. I'm sorry. I make people so angry. This tea really is an elixir to make you angry.
No. But I'm really happy that we're talking about it. Especially this episode's coming out June 24th. Y'all are about to be the Grand Marshals of Pride,
gosh.
and I'm so proud of both of you because you're both amazing representations of queer New York.
Clink,
clink, clink, clink,
clink, clink, clink.
And I just feel like you guys must be psyched. It's going to be such a fucking amazing day. And now a quick break from our sponsor, Vital Proteins.
And it is vital. Collagen Peptides is a wellness supplement that supports healthy hair, skin, nails, bones, and joints.
When we hit 30, our body's collagen production starts to drop. And that's when Vital Proteins steps in.
Their iconic blue tub is everywhere. People love Vital Proteins, in part because it's so easy.
Just mix it into your coffee, tea, or smoothie, and you're good to go.
Right now, you can get 20% off your next order by going to vitalproteins.com and using promo code Las Culturistas 20 at checkout.
Huge thanks again to our sponsor, Vital Proteins.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. I really fucking love that march. And I know, and I wonder how you feel about this, because I feel like as someone who's like participating in the official like structure of the Pride March, like I'm realizing and I'm really understanding that there are these different needs that the march fulfills and that like something alternative like the Queer Liberation March also fulfills, in that it they are maybe at odds with each other sort of philosophically, but I think it's just about this unresolved tension there is within queer life, which is some people want visibility and safety and some kind of institutional support, which will never be real liberation. But then there are people who kind of see beyond that and who might have the understanding and the a certain attitude around like, this is what I think we should stand for. This is actually going back to the origins of Pride and what Marsha P. Johnson did. Like, I think there is this like for now, there's this thing where those things are both happening at the same time for a reason that I think is very good. Like you can show up to the 11 a.m. So the Queer Liberation March, 11 a.m. on the 28th at the AIDS Memorial. It goes to Lenape Circle. If that is like a specific sort of like intention you want to go into the Pride March with. I think we're doing it in the sort of the official capacity where we get to maybe do a little thing with Zoran, with our mayor. We like get to like talk about where each of us is coming from within the queer umbrella. Like, I think there's like, I don't know. I'm trying to be like expansive about this idea, which like I feel conflicted as a queer person, obviously. You know what I mean?
I mean, especially since over the years, the official Pride Parade, which now is named to a march, became so corporate.
Yes.
And yet again, we already know that like
They left.
We were like, oh my gosh, here comes Coors Light with their Pride flag
Coors
or
Light,
whatever.
We knew we like. Oh, never mind.
Exactly. Before we can get two words out of our mouth, they're gone.
They're gone.
And that is, I mean, that's just again yet another example of how corporations will leave you high and dry, and everything is so performative.
Yep.
And it is important to have inclusion in all these, just so much as in these corporations employ people who are queer, who are all different types, and so that visibility is important through that sort of, you know, pulling these corporations to be like good corporate citizens or stewards or whatever. But you know, ultimately they don't give a hell what it is. We've seen it. We've seen it.
We literally have.
Yeah. And so that is, and you know, that is catalyst for a lot of people to want to start up the Queer Liberation March, you know, and I think that's fantastic, especially given 2020 and the relationship with the police and like so many of these different systems and institutions in the city and beyond that have a bad history with the queer community. And so I support the Queer Liberation March 100%.
Same.
It's necessary. That's what we obviously needs to be sort of the lifeblood and what's at the core. I think we as a community and as a country lost sight of what it was. You know, ultimately, I think as a Black person, as a trans person, part of the queer community, yes, I want visibility. I want to see, and I'm eating into my little rant later, I want to see like, you know, inclusion and queerness and Black trans people here and all this. I want to see that everywhere, visible, and I want to see that for at least for the sake of people being inspired to know that they can actually hold those positions later. But why is that necessary? That's necessary because in the past, those positions, those opportunities were held from people. And it wasn't just because they didn't want to have somebody on TV. They didn't want to have somebody on TV who was queer or this or that, because it gave people the opportunity to think larger, and it would give them access to personal power and the ability to ascend, so they could get access to medications and healthcare and housing and food, and they'd find a way to do that. Not through the typical systems that want to charge us a subscription. Just like with the Black Panthers were enacting their free breakfast program, and they went and shot them all up. They didn't shoot them all up because these were Black people that were holding guns. They shot them all up because they were providing free breakfast to a poor neighborhood.
Because it was a socialist thing.
Exactly. And that is the biggest threat, obviously, to capitalism. And so when we have queer people who see another way, that we're not desperate, we're not held into these little boxes, then that is the threat. And so we lost sight, and we thought that, oh, the company changing their logo to a rainbow was all I need.
Right.
And it's not. Honestly, right now in 2026, I want healthcare.
Yes.
I want housing that I can afford. And I want safety and food. You know, I don't even need money if I have those things.
Right. The basics are lacking.
The basics. That's what we need.
You are such a good messenger. You really are. Like, have you always had, like, even before drag, have you always been a political person, or do you find that over the years you've been emboldened to use your voice in this way because it's vulnerable? Very.
Thank you. It's fine-tuned for sure, like, you know, with my experience. But I remember my mom told me, I did not know this about myself. I knew I was talkative in school, but like I think in second grade, I rallied. This is wild. I rallied every single student in the room, in the class, to sign a petition to state and declare that it was not fair that the Black students in the room were not treated equally.
Wow.
You want to see the real kicker? I got all the white students to sign at the top because I understood the power differential.
Wow.
And that would be, they had white skin privilege, and that the message would be better received coming from them. And it was my idea.
Wow.
Can you believe that? In second grade.
Where do you think that intuition came from? Just from being in your body and your experience and knowing, like seeing that maybe the white kids got listened to, called on first? Like what was it exactly baked into you?
I don't know because I don't remember, but I must have noticed it in the class.
Things.
But it's not like they were like, you know, our teacher wasn't like in the KKK or anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I don't think
that
so.
you know of.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why she was always wearing that white dress.
Oh my God.
But no, she wasn't. She was not. But my grandparents were heavily involved in the civil rights in the 60s. And my grandmother was an educator. And so, you know, like I definitely like got the vibes and the vapors from my grandmother.
Yeah.
You got the vapors from your grandma.
Vapors from my grandmother.
Because I feel like you also have this like personal history in terms of like, let's just say like rallying people up with, I feel like with like cheerleading too. Right?
Yeah, I was a cheerleader.
I feel like
we remember that we spoke about it on the first episode 6 years ago
on Zoom.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is what you do. Like you get in front of people and you go, let's do this.
Let's do this. I know. And I remember I used to work at a makeup store and hated the way that we're being treated.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, y'all, let's all walk out. If we all leave, they can't do anything about it. Do you know, like it's always been in my...
Yeah.
I want to stage a walkout so bad.
Yes, honey. Even let's just strap. We're out of here.
Bye. We all go. Wait, I missed talking.
But like, did you guys end up doing the walkout?
No, they were pussies.
See?
Oh, we couldn't get them on board.
Like, how do you...
But that's the vulnerability. That's the thing, is it's like, you realize it's like, hey, let's all do this thing. In theory, yeah! And then you actually have to do it, and you see it's hard.
Yeah.
Because, and especially now, and the reason why it's like tech companies specifically that are like amassing all... Well,
they got us.
They're amassing all of these things, and they're kind of like lulling us into like placidity or whatever, if that's the right word, is that what tech companies provide is convenience. And since things are so convenient now, and since all these things are wrapped up in this tech convenience, it is very hard for us to pull away from that in a political sense, to be like, we have to do this thing in order to like, I don't know, like hit the carotid or whatever.
I mean, I still, deep in my brain, it's still instilled in me that monopolies are illegal and that, competition is what drives the American spirit.
Yeah.
But all that's been eliminated as of 1987.
Yeah, it doesn't really
so
exist.
It doesn't exist. And so the price for convenience is privatization.
Yes.
And having one corporation own not only the food that you put in your mouth, but the factory that it comes from, the store that sells it, the truck that drives it there, the seeds that are planted to use it, the spray, the chemical spray that goes on that kills us anyway. And so like one company, I mean, it's like Alien the movie.
Right.
Remember that movie?
Yep.
In Alien the movie, there was one corporation.
It was called, what you just watched all the Alien movies.
Just one. That's it. They owned everything. Your housing, your food, your entertainment, your whatever.
Skynet vibes.
That's one.
It's Skynet.
We don't want that.
Well, oh my God. See, like...
Or Cyberdyne was the owner. I don't know, one of those.
Skynet.
And then Cyberdyne was the evil program. Great.
Like... I was like, I always rolled my eyes at that sci-fi trope of like, oh sure, one company will own everything, but I'm like, oh fuck.
How close are we?
Sci-fi is always the most important thing to look at in culture.
Yeah.
Because sci-fi is the thing that is talking about, and by the way, sci-fi has been screaming in our faces about AI for longer than...
Ursula K. Le Guin, everybody read.
Literally. But like, we did not need this many warnings.
Yeah.
And by the way, watch any movie with AI or like corporate takeover, any of this stuff, you will notice there are no happy endings. There's no, we gave it all up to the machines, but we were able to stay on top. That's not a thing.
No.
It wins in the end.
It wins in the end.
In the movies.
It's just, it's wild because we're talking about all these, the concept of needing to be a rallier and also like wanting to be a model of positivity, but also truth in a world where like the truth is a lot of things are fucked. And the truth also is that if people get the opportunity to advance in power, they probably will. But it's funny because tomorrow I'm giving the commencement speech at my department in Tisch, NYU. So I was from the dramatic writing department.
It's so amazing.
I'm going to go give the commencement speech, and I'm speaking to a group of people who are entering the entertainment industry as writers.
Get them Tell them, set them on the path.
Basically, I was talking to Jared about it last night. I was like, basically, like, I want to be realistic about what it is, but also want to be optimistic. And I think the only answer, and this is, we say it ad nauseum, and so therefore it can sound a little boring on impact, but it really is about community. If you look up to people, you'll be disappointed. If you look out and up at what the world is or what it has become or becoming, you'll be disappointed. But I find you won't be disappointed if you look around, because I can draw a straight line back to my community that I met at NYU in the queer life. When I looked around, I was never disappointed by people. When I look up, when I meet some heroes of mine, sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised, but other times it's rough. And when you see behaviors that you don't recognize in people as they become whatever they're becoming, and as the world becomes more stark to you and you realize that there is a label on everything, or that we do live in this type of society, I find that if you just look to your left and right at the people that you're really with and physically alongside, you have a gift there.
Because in that area, to your left and to your right, those people are experiencing the same conditions that you're experiencing.
Yes.
And so I believe that the human nature is to, if we're all, I do believe that like some of these billionaires are just like so, I won't say evil by nature, but they've been corrupted, and so they're so cut off from the everyday person. Mm-hmm. But I do believe that if a billionaire, somebody who's extremely poor, and somebody else who's this and that were on some island, and a tidal wave was coming to kill us, and we had to work together to do the thing, we would all work together to do the thing.
You'd have to.
We have to.
Right.
Like, unless somebody's like, well, I just give up. But I think we would all do that. And so that speaks to where we are now.
Yes.
I think, for the masses, for the not 1%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
if you don't own a private jet, you are on the island.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's so funny when you actually draw out who the 1% is. It's like, oh, it's obscene. Like AOC, again, I'm invoking a second time, said the other day on Alana Glazer's great podcast, by the way, that there's no way to earn $1 billion. You
don't earn it.
You don't
exploit your way into it. Yeah, of course.
Or you can inherit it from people that exploited to maintain what they had.
Yeah.
But that speech that's such a great thesis for your speech. And it's, I love it because this is my dream, and I'm so happy you get to do it, of just going, everybody look to your left.
No, I
everybody
know.
Look to your right. It's like, that is such a gag.
Part of it is going to be like, I'm going to do the cliche thing, but I promise it pays off.
Yeah,
look to your left,
go back,
look to your right.
Look to your left, look to your
but
right.
then do we go into Jessie J?
Everybody look to your left. Everybody look to the right. Have I told you my Jessie J story?
Tell it.
I went to go see Jessie J in concert in LA. Decided that day I was going to go to the Tower Grand Ballroom with Sudi. We went. I knew I thought she might sing Thunder. We all know Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay, get this. Thunder is the national anthem in the UK. Only the good queers know it here. And anyway, so I just yell out, Thunder! And Jessie J from the stage goes, somebody looked at the set list online.
Oh!
And I swear I didn't. And she goes, bring the lights up. And I go, no. So then she says, who said it? And I literally was like, it was me. And at that point, like, all the gays seeing Jessie J were like, there's Matt Rogers. And I was like, hi. I was like, and then I felt like they all thought it was like a fixed thing. Like, here's him, like, making it about him at the show. And I was like, I swear to God, I didn't know this was next. And also, she goes, what do you do? What do you do? She goes, what inspires you when you wake up in the morning? I was like, I'm an entertainer. And someone from the other end goes, he has a podcast. And then she goes, I'm going to do your podcast. We've yet to get her.
But
I did DM her after, and I was like, hi, we actually just had Michelle Obama on last week. It is like a real podcast. She goes, well, I said I would do it, and so I will.
She responded.
Oh my
gosh,
Jessie, you're invited.
Do you need anybody to do...
no, please. We have a whole team over there. Have they been in touch?
I'll clean the...
Has Jessie J ever been in touch?
Not that I have.
Jessie J.
Jessie J. Did you do her numbers? Did you do her songs?
I used to sing
vocals.
Domino.
Yes.
Domino!
I did at karaoke.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
It's hard.
Singer.
I mean, they had to keep a pitch shift.
Well, right. I love when karaoke has the pitch shift.
It's like, and when the song starts, it's like,
take me down like I'm a dominant baritone.
But only the fancy karaoke spots have that. Like all the ones in Vegas, let's say, have like the
Did they have it in Japan when we went? I don't think there was a key change.
Not the one that we went to. We kind of went to like a more of like a
seedy
rustic, seedy one.
Yeah.
All complimentary.
Yeah.
But oh my God, there needs to be. Oh, this is what we were saying earlier. There needs to be like a queer spelling bee.
okay.
Where we just spell
queer
icons'
spelling bee.
names.
Okay.
And like proper noun spelling bee, and then I feel like karaoke in the queer communal sense has to come back in a way that I think can be sort of for the people, for everybody.
I used to love it. It was a great
just gathering.
It was very communal, like you said, and yeah, community is like, it's so cliche. Like community is what we need, but like it is really the thing that's going to protect us from the opposite of community, which is individualism and these corporations that are like privatizing everything and making your airline tickets specific to you.
Girl, I couldn't believe this one because I'm on Delta.com, and this is, by the way, it's not just them, it's a lot of them, but I go on and I'm like, why is it 3 times what it was last year? Then I found out about AI pricing, which is one of the biggest I don't think so honeys I've ever heard, which is they know if you're a loyal customer, so they charge you more because they know you can pay for it.
Which means if you finally want to use your points that you racked up for business when your job was flying you and you decide to scrounge together your personal money and take a trip to go see your mom, that suddenly you're paying what the corporation would be paying.
Right.
Like this is the thing about like unchecked capitalism or whatever. It's like you are like it is coming for everyone in terms of like in our privileged positions, like our material conditions are being like kind of fucked with. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're putting me in competition with myself for like the free market and the free market.
That's exactly what you're doing. And it even, I mean, that's what these corporations, they don't exist to serve the people, because if they did, then that would be the focus. Just like you said, AOC said, like that would be the focus. But if the focus is making more and more money, these corporations, they raise the prices on things. They make the products cheaper and less healthy and smaller. The packaging every single year, like you get less and less. Like airline seats are getting smaller. What's happening? People are getting fatter.
Yeah.
Like it's getting smaller and smaller, more expensive and more expensive. And then what they do is they sell everything until there's nothing left to sell. And then they sell themselves to another larger corporation that buys them out and makes things even worse, because that corporation that bought that corporation is less connected to the original mission of why they started that service in the first place. And then you get these private equities that just like buy up everything. And yeah, I know it's like a horrific domino effect.
But you're seeing the bigger picture of it all, which is great. Like I think people get sort of caught up in like the granular things, which they can and they should, but then like it is all connected. You know?
It is.
Anyway, but oh God, like it is such on like a Raya, let's say, it is immediate. I don't care how perfect the person is otherwise. I'm like, if I see private equity, if I see...
Oh no, do people actually put that
in their thing? They proudly...
Well, it's what they do.
It's what they do.
And
I'm glad.
They can find like-minded people on that particular app.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh, this is desolate.
Ew, but like private equity agents on Raya...
Look, it's where they go.
I guess for the same reason like entertainers might not feel like safe.
Sure.
Like
outside the industry.
like they should feel unsafe.
It's because you want to know what?
You're doing things that are harmful to people.
Destroying people.
They're gonna get fucked on Raya because there's so many creative directors, aka people with no job.
Get fucked, not the way you want either.
So it's like, it's actually kind of a one-to-one.
It's a wash.
It's so fucked. I don't miss the apps at all.
No,
are you? No. What? It's not even that. It's just that while I was single and like needed them, I also hated them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was just like, they were, I don't know. It's talking about community. Those kill community too.
They definitely
no one meets anymore. Like, I don't know when the last time I and I miss this. Like, this is why I miss Barracuda and Boiler Room, because I always hooked up with them. always hooked up with them because you were like a little bit of like a
I know.
nest.
I've had really
That's
sweet
also
memories
youth,
of Boiler Room.
but it's also that environment. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, I'm sure there's people that would be hooking up more recently.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if everybody's on their phone during the event, during the show, then they're not like looking around, see who's in the corner.
It gets you less used to refining those skills too. You know what I mean? It's like there is still the art of the flirtation and the pickup and the, comfortability with self.
And the unknown.
Yeah.
I remember like going out to the clubs in New York and like not knowing if I was going to meet somebody and like have sex or get killed or whatever, but like
Both?
let's go.
Have sex, get killed, or both.
Title of that.
I died.
Wait, I feel what I'm feeling in this moment
Yeah.
is that I want to do the Trey Parker Matt Stone thing where they like renovated Casa Bonita in Denver.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
I want to like, it's not the Boiler Room necessarily, but I'm like, we will probably open up like a queer space in our future.
You think?
I think
You think we'll be that? What's that called? I definitely want to call it whatever it is, a bar and
owner?
grill.
Oh.
It
bar and grill.
should a queer bar and grill.
I'm down. I'll
Queer
come do a
bar
number.
and grill. I think it has a great name.
Queer bar and grill.
Queer bar and grill.
There aren't any right now.
Julius, they make a burger.
I mean, there are queer bars and grills, but nothing with that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queer Bar and Grill is coming to the place where Barracuda once stood, and well, maybe not
You
there.
have to, I mean, now
I
you
don't
have to
know if
like
there's room
knock
for
down
a
a hotel
kitchen.
or like a Dwayne Reed or whatever's going in there.
Exactly.
Where are the Dwayne Reeds?
They're
I
gone.
don't see
I
the
still
Dwayne
have
Reeds
one
anymore.
in my neighborhood. in
Oh,
Harlem.
bless.
Are DRs
It's not-
gone?
Yeah, no. But
They're fewer and fewer.
Yeah, there's fewer and fewer, and some of them changed to Walgreens, and then some of them just got shut down.
Wow, remember that? I remember Dwayne Reed, New York. There was a time when
Yeah.
it was Dwayne Reed, New York.
And
It was
isn't what a
too much.
sentence that is? Oh, I miss the days when there'd be Dwayne
I didn't
Reed.
say I miss it. I said I remember it.
I remember where I
No, I'm saying that's the sentiment, though.
Back in my day, we had a Dwayne Reed 3 times on his block.
Where were you when you discovered that was actually an intersection near downtown?
Oh, like-
my God.
Like 2014, like way too late.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God,
We're at Dwayne and Reed.
and Reed.
Dwayne and I didn't know until
It's
now. You educated
true.
me. You rallied to the messenger.
Yeah, the messenger. It's on like off the chamber stop on the A.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh well, dang.
I need to see
Yes,
you back in
I am.
theater. Are you?
I want to be
What? Okay. What's the new dream role?
anything that's paying these days.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Why
But
don't
let's-
we get you in Moulin Rouge?
It's closing in like a month.
Shit.
Are you gagging me right
Yeah,
now?
surprise. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, but let's not even
I
worry
would
about
do it. I would like to do either. I mean, like in the meantime, like
Yes.
what-
Yeah.
something like, oh, let's do that. Would be, Moulin Rouge. I would do Hades Town. I would do, like there's roles and different shows that I
Yes.
would,
Yeah,
that I would do.
There's a lot.
I really do like the idea again, or the feeling maybe, which was not easy. It was very different
Of originating?
of originating.
yeah.
Wow.
Very different than
Yes.
here's a script, there's your step. I mean, it's more than that going into any Broadway show, but like when you already have someone who's done it and they're telling you this is what it is, it's a matter of rehearsals.
Yeah.
But
It's technical.
Yeah, it's more technical. But obviously originating was months of the process.
Head Over Heels was 2019.
2018.
2018.
So like what are you like what is like the essence of that process for you that like was so wonderful?
It was terrible. I hated it. It was really
Really?
difficult, and it was like one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
Yes.
like because I mean, originating in a musical
Yes,
is also
yes,
like, oh
yes.
my God.
Yeah.
It was like, I think the hardest part for me was it was like in this unstable. It was in this position where we're doing previews, like you're performing it every night for an audience, so like you're doing it, but it's not locked in yet.
Yeah.
It's not stable.
Oh.
And then that's the moment where they can make changes during the preview process. And so like there would be times where they were like, okay, you're on tonight. It's you're on in 10 minutes. Remember that song that we wrote you like 2 weeks ago? We're gonna try that. So put that in and your monologue is out, but change the first word and go. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And I
Wow.
was like very much like Beyonce, like, on stage, and I made it work somehow. But then the satisfaction of, which is honestly after the show closed, there were people like that were saying, we're going to do the show and we want to know like what you put into it, or like what the original thought was in your character, and we want to honor something like you, not something like you, but like we want to honor like
the thing you did,
the approach that you took, and and it's important for us in our little high school in Nebraska to find a trans person to play this role.
That's amazing.
That would have never happened. You know.
Fuck.
So,
That's the coolest.
So then the legacy is what makes like it worth it, right? Because God, what you're describing does sound,
it was hell. It was
like
hell. I was like, oh my God, I hate this.
Because do they even say at previews anymore? Like, hey everyone.
No, they don't.
And
they charge the same price.
It's capitalism. They're just like, here it is. It's another version of the show, and we can get away with making changes if we need to. But like, you're basically seeing the show, so we're going to charge you the same price. And
I have paid upwards of certain amount of money to see shows, and I'm like, oh, you guys just didn't run the lights, I guess. Didn't think we should have like a lighting design.
It's just like
that song. We're just not able to hear it. Okay, so that song we won't hear because there was no sound.
If you stand up and clap at the end, their job is done, I guess.
Well, wouldn't be me after I've seen some of these things in previews. And honestly, then I get bummed out because I hear later like, oh, wow, yeah, they really found it in previews. They really turned it around. It's like, well,
I don't want to find it in previews.
Well,
it should be ready.
I paid the show price for something that was
not
anyway,
ready.
Go see Titanic on Broadway because that is fun.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I loved Titanic this season. I loved Cats, the Jellicle Ball. Loved Lost Boys. Yeah, Lost Boys, A Dog Day, and Cats were my favorite of the things that opened in this season.
Yeah. Oh, love.
I mean, it just feels wrong that you're not on Broadway.
I agree.
To me.
But I there's a show that I really.
You don't have to say.
You can say.
There's a show that I.
the two devil and angel on your shoulder. You can say.
I really enjoyed doing workshops for a show. God, I don't know what the etiquette is.
What was it? What did you like about it?
I did a workshop for a show.
Yeah.
It was called, I can say what it was. It was Stage Mother, which was a movie in 2019, 2020, about a small town mom who goes and forms a friendship and a kinship with the drag queens in the drag club. And so I loved that show and the process and the people, and I love you. Hopefully it'll come tomorrow. And if it does, I'm still here.
I would say to all the college kids out there too, like if your school is offering you like cheap tickets, go see things. That's the one thing I regret the most about being in college,
and
like in the city. And just like having the opportunity, like when I was like a student, I had time to rush shows. I never did that.
Never did it either.
One time I rushed Next to Normal and we won, and I got to see Alice Ripley and like all of them.
Isn't that
like major, and we sat. I call them the Lincoln seats problematically, but we sat like in that little section where we were just like sobbing back when I could cry.
Pre-Luxapro.
Do my Alice Ripley. My psycho pharmacologist and I. You don't know. Why don't you just go?
Wow, you brought it back. Okay, anyway.
Well, I was Alice in that moment.
YouTube video's still up. Remember when she would just post things on YouTube?
He was talking about art.
No, there's one where she goes 2 seconds long. This is back like before. This is like original short form content. It's just her in a dark room, shitty MacBook camera, circa 2009. This is all she says. I'm only happy when it rains. Done. And then another one where she goes, twist, 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 twist. The name of the game is the peppermint twist. And she whisper sings peppermint twist. And you're like, this woman is one of our best.
Cuckoo bananas.
I'm jealous because when I was in college and I went to AMDA, and our first, like the show that they gave us the tickets to was 1776.
I was like,
Saltpeter! That's so
Sit
crazy.
down, John. It was terrible. And Brent Spiner was in it. I was like, oh my gosh, Data from Star Trek.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
great. But like, it was not a good.
It didn't give.
It didn't give. It wasn't
No.
like, oh, I feel good about anything. God, feel good about the arts,
It
feel good
didn't
about
give me
like
any good
slavery. Like
feelings
nothing felt
at
good.
all.
Nothing felt
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
felt good.
yeah.
There's no
And my
optimism.
girlfriend, her name was Lorraine from New Jersey, and she was like, she was serving Mariah Carey, like Italian Mariah Carey, and she had like her like fake fur, everything on, and like this was 1998, and I don't think she was used to a Broadway show. She in the middle of like the most quiet portion of the thing, sort of was like, fuck this shit. And she got up and walked out of the theater. And we were like, can you do that? It was wild. I love Lorraine. I was like, yes, bitch. That's
The answer
how I
is
felt.
you can do that.
Yeah.
And she
Fuck
did.
this shit. She did.
For
She
a
got up
show
and
like
walked out.
1776, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. And you shall.
Fuck this shit. I want to do that. Oh my God, I want to do that.
That was
so
basically
badly.
us during Oppenheimer.
Oh my gosh.
We saw Oppenheimer once. Bowen and I saw it. What was that theater? It was the one on Second
It was
Ave.
Village Cinemas.
Oh,
Yeah,
Village.
and so we were like, we were an hour of the way through. The bomb hadn't even gone off. And
Emily
we
Blunt
basically,
being drunk in yet another scene.
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
I can't watch
fuck
this anymore.
shit. We left.
Fuck this shit.
The film won an Academy Award.
For Best Picture.
I was like, we could be next door. Barbie's over by now. Barbie has ended.
Oh
The bomb
my
hasn't
God.
even gone off. What the hell are we doing here?
it's a loud film. Just a loud
So loud,
movie.
loud, and you can't hear
I
it.
tried. I was like, but people like this. What?
They like all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
That's capitalism.
Japanese people were right. They were like, fuck this shit.
This shit. Did you all see Sinners? Did you love it?
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, I was blown. I would not blown away because by that time they were sort of predicting him. But I love that he's an Academy Award winner
Me
now.
too. Oh,
Like-
God. and that campaign just like represents like
Yeah.
oh, you can just be someone that people root for, and then you'll win an Oscar.
Yeah. Well, if you're good enough and you just. It's not about you and it's about the work and the performance. I think is a note everyone maybe
can
could
take.
take.
Yeah.
Be in service to the work. That's what impresses people.
Which is the antithesis of another Oscar campaign that was running at the same time.
Correct.
Exactly.
Which,
That's what I'm saying.
it's not a mistake the way these things shake out, especially when the season is long and people have a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel bad for the people that campaign for Oscars now because if you come out in festivals, that could start as early as like what, June, July, August,
And then you have to wait
September?
until the entire almost a year.
Okay, everybody, we need to discuss a vacation that is not just a vacation, it's a statement.
Virgin Voyages, adults only, a child-free sanctuary at sea. You heard that right. It's giving serenity. It's giving very European summer. It's giving I deserve this.
They're sailing the Caribbean and the Med, obviously, but now they've added NYC, the West Coast, and Alaska. So whether you want golden hour off, California, or full cinematic glacier core main character energy, they said range.
And the awards, at this point, it's less award-winning cruise line and more, do we just engrave their name on the dang trophy? They've won so many travel awards, the ships might sweep the culture awards. Slay of the Sea, for instance. Excellence in poolside looks. Outstanding achievement in top deck behavior.
Over 20 eateries, epic entertainment, fitness classes, Wi-Fi, all included. Luxury without the nickel and diming.
Virgin Voyagers.
Sailors, consider yourselves called. Anyways, you said Mariah Carey, which is a huge tip for the I Don't Think So Honey that I prepared today, and we are at that moment.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So I actually just wore my Mariah Carey 1995 Daydream Tour T-shirt
Madison Square Garden.
for my last episode, and
But
I
you were
have
too young. You didn't actually go.
no, I didn't go to that one. My first concert was Mariah though in 2000 at Radio City Music Hall. It was the Rainbow Tour, and that was really good stuff. But I have a Mariah thing. They've tried
Okay.
My Girl again.
Oh, no. This is Matt Rogers. I Don't Think So Honey's time starts now.
I Don't Think So Honey. Yet another year. They had the chance to put Mariah in the
Oh,
Rock and Roll Hall of
please.
Fame. They did not do that. You guys, are
Incorrigible.
disrespectful. You don't have any rights making the decisions. I think the voting body should be replaced. I think if you were to look at everyone in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Mariah is not there, it's a glaring omission. And the fact that you keep putting her up for it year after year after year, of course she doesn't give a fuck anymore because she knows not to put any investment into you. But while the rest of us out here are going to fight for her because she's like too unbothered to fight for herself, fuck you. I want to see you in the streets if you voted for someone else other than Mariah for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Also, get out of my face with it's rock and roll. No, that is very broad. It is the Music Hall of Fame. It is the Popular Music Hall of Fame. Also, she has affected every single genre. You cannot listen to a modern female singer and not trace influence back to her. And yes, I am even talking about the cursive singers of today who did learn something from the way she writes songs, because it is not just about her as a singer. It is about her as a songwriter and a holistic artist. Shame on you, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I do think so, honey Mariah, forever. You know we love you.
We love you, Mariah. That's 1 minute.
Yes.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. And rock and roll comes from blues.
100%.
Yep.
I just think you can't listen to Mariah and in the year of our Lord 2026 play her like this now. Go to her show and tell me you haven't been affected by every single word coming out of her mouth over your life. Like, people do not put the respect on her name, and it's crazy to call her underrated in the modern day.
You know what? I agree. You're right. Like, she definitely deserves her flowers for sure.
But
5 Grammy Awards in her entire career, only 5.
Paltry. But can I ask, if she were to be inducted, should she go to the ceremony? Should she accept?
Yes, because I think one of the first things she should say is, I think it took you guys long enough. But also what I like about her is she's like this with the Grammys too. She puts no...
She doesn't care.
She gives them no power. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they've played with her and toy with her, and they do it to Ariana now too. They treat Ariana as mini Mariah. Ariana with only 3 Grammy wins.
No comment.
It's crazy. My sister has no comment.
Well... It was just a really refreshing time. We literally saw Titanic off Broadway on Grammy Sunday a few years ago, and then like we went to her apartment to watch the Grammys, and it was just she just kind of watched it like a pure audience member being like, oh my God, Victoria! Like she was just happy Victoria Monet won. She was just like happy for the night. But I was like, I can't imagine what this is like for you to be like, oh, look at like my peer group like celebrating each other and being celebrated, but like you're like she let nothing slip, and I was just kind of like just there for like a friend, but I was like, there must be some complicated feelings here.
Well, yeah, because first of all, you know what, I just rewatched you remember for Positions when she did the live live vocals in that hill with the dome?
Yes.
Her vocals in that, and there's a point where she goes over to the loop machine and loops the beginning of Position and then performs Positions. This girl is just
super talented,
so gifted.
Yep.
Like as a musician, the vocals are just so pristine, and again, songwriter just like Mariah, like whiz in the booth, but for some reason they don't want to give it to these girls. I think because they don't hold guitars.
You think so?
I think it's because they don't hold guitars and they don't sit behind pianos.
Well, someone give them a guitar and have them hold it.
Come on.
I think there's a little bit of a thing there. There's a little bit of a bias towards someone who it gives the perception of just singing, even if they hear again and again and again. Like there's some different way that they treat what they deem virtuosic musicians, and I think it has to do with the visual of them having an instrument. I really do.
Huh?
Think about it. This will be Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Girl?
It's about tea.
His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. When you put honey in your tea, you go, I want a little sweet note of flavor to this, right? But guess what? If there's a tea bag in there, how the fuck am I supposed to stir and mix in the honey without the string on the tea bag getting all wound up in my, let's say, spoon? Okay, I know I'm talking to someone who's an expert, who has her own kettle, who brings her own beautiful glass pot.
She'll have an answer for this.
You're supposed to, maybe there's like a little steeper thing that you put the leaves in, your loose leaf in, and it filters through
30
that.
seconds.
But then little shards of leaf go in your tea, and then I just want like a nice, unfussy tea experience where I'm not unwinding a helix of tea bag string from my spoon. So many bits and bobs.
15 seconds.
I don't know if we'll ever figure it out. I would love for the corporations, if they're of any fucking use, fuck this shit. They better figure out a way
5
to
seconds.
make my tea experience not a damn puzzle. I don't want to be solving a Rubik's Cube.
And that's 1 minute. It shouldn't be a Rubik's Cube tea.
I'm solving a Rubik's Cube when I drink the thing.
It shouldn't be like that.
What do you have to say?
It's capitalism's fault.
Yes.
Listen, the companies are incentivized to have everyone having an individual cup of tea that they can charge you either for the bag or for the cup, not for the pot. Usually, you would always historically brew a pot of tea that you would pour into service into cups, and then you would have nothing in the water, and you'd put in your condiments, your flavorings, your sugars, whatever you need in there, and there's nothing in there. Tea bags kind of change that.
Oh my God, you're so right.
You know?
Wow.
So I would say go back to that if you can. And you are right about infusers, the little balls that you put in the loose leaf.
Yes.
They haven't really been updated that much because a tea bag took that idea and turned it into your own personal one. And so it got halted in time. But they did a lot less blends back in the day because they had a lot less access to like teas from all over the world to make some, boutique blend. It was just like, here's some leaves, put it in a thing. And so they weren't necessarily as finely ground. And so they didn't have to worry about them coming out of the ball.
The hole.
But now the mesh ones that are the more updated versions are definitely better. You won't get a lot of loose leaf.
Do you have this at home?
I do have.
You were cooking just now.
You have a doctorate in tea.
I can't
and
believe
that is
it.
the title
and
of
it was for free.
Doctorate in tea.
Darling. God, I better go get a real doctorate in tea now.
Peppermint MD.
Hey.
Medical doctoress.
Do you have something? Yes, you do. You were
she has I don't think so, honey, ready to go.
I do. It's on my phone though. Is that okay?
It's fine. There's no rules here. It's nonsense. This is ridiculous. This is even a thing.
This is a one.
So this is Pep's I don't think so, honey. Her time starts now.
Okay, why is it okay to have a reputation for being dishonest and corrupt as a politician, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Voters, wake up. Today's corporate politicians are corrupt and greedy and take bribes instead of protecting us.
Yep.
We have to shift away from celebrity and slogans and viral moments and support the platform, not the personality, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Just because a politician looks and acts and talks like you does not mean that they aren't taking corporate money. My dream is to elect some leaders who are black, trans, with bodies that break the mold, and I believe that we will. But what we need is what good is it if they don't support the same, if they continue to support the same policies as the last guy? I would rather vote for someone who understands me and will fight for me, but doesn't look like me.
15 seconds.
Or vote for me. Someone who looks like me will just leave me to fend for myself. I'm not having it. If we build a diverse community rooted in mutual protection and mutual aid, where everybody understands and honors the material needs of one another, we can send someone to do the job and hold them accountable if they don't do it. So for this version of the Democrats, what I'm more focused on is taking corporate money from electoral politics. That's not going to save us, honey. I don't think so.
Period.
Also, bring back shoulder pads.
Bring back
shoulder pads. It's actually plain as day if you do the work to find out what people are about.
Yeah. And they want us to just kind of like go with the surface level of everything because people don't have the attention span. But you all heard, I don't know who it is in California, but somebody's running for office in California who was like actually a Republican, but running under a Democratic ticket.
Oh, yeah, happens all the time.
And so if you just go in and vote blue, no matter who, you're going to vote for this Republican.
Exactly.
And they will get in and do the same thing in California that they're doing in all the red states in the South right now, like dismantling the voting rights. And so it has to be more, it can't just be skin folk is my kinfolk because we know that doesn't work. There's people that are on the take, people that are taking bribes. The corporations have gotten to them and corrupted and tainted them. And now we have to find people who are actually focused on the material needs of each other. And all of the other things, identity is very important. As somebody's black and trans and femme, like it is really important for me. But again, that's because I want to have access to healthcare.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is like you are marginalized as far as being like a constituent goes, right? Mm-hmm. But in terms of someone who is seeking power, I think we can all benefit from understanding where power comes from and what people do with that power. And there are some people who brandish the power in a way that is, like I was saying earlier, not what they're supposed to be doing. They are not supposed to be bragging about the fact that they have power. That's it.
And openly talking about wanting to seek it and use it and sort of misuse it.
Yeah.
Because that's what politics is all about these days. We're gonna fuck those people up. We're gonna take their voting. We're gonna get me 10 seats. What?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I hope above all this, the catastrophe and the detriment of what's happening to voting rights and the Voting Rights Act in our country, but in the South, I hope that this inspires people to focus on abolishing the Electoral College. That's what
100%.
One vote per person. Let's have a direct democracy.
Makes
let's
sense
try
to
that.
me.
And also, let's stop talking about it and let's actually do it. Because you know how many times? I mean, whatever. I could get on a whole tangent about the disappointments that we've had to, wait to make a change and do something different, and they just didn't because they never intended to.
Yeah.
But what I really am heartened by is the genuine. And this is another, like, social media is tough in this regard, but people are really talking about what the truth really is in terms of where the money comes from, what it's being used for, like, and I really, it's not like I'm excited for the breakdown of all the systems that we have because it means it's going to be mess, but it needs to happen. And it's happening. And I'm just really excited and heartened by so many of the election results that we see. I mean, it looks promising, but we have to just keep saying these things.
Yeah.
It's worth another
And our
look.
politicians should be learning from us. We don't need our politicians to show us the way. We will show them the way. It's really about what we need as a community.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to go and do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Another thing too is just like, it's like you see Democrats pretend to listen to their constituents. Like, it's like in those videos on Capitol Hill where you see the Republican running away from the constituent. It's like, these some of the Democrats that are pretending to listen, it's like they might as well be running away.
Right.
At least the fucking Republican is like, yeah, he's
They're like,
running
I don't
away because he
care.
don't give a fuck. He doesn't
Yeah.
care. She doesn't care. Susan Collins doesn't care.
She don't care.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's what retail politics is. It's, I'm going to get on your level and I'm going to be really good at pretending to promise you everything. That's what that is.
Yeah.
And that's acting. And then, it's...
It is theatrics. I discovered that when I went to DC to lobby on behalf of them Congress not cutting funding for HIV services and medications and things like that. And it is just pure theatrics. It's just like transactional and theatrics and how well they can act like something. Y'all, it's more theatrical than you think.
That's why they call it Hollywood for ugly people. I dated a guy who was like worked in news, and he goes to me, well, they don't do anything on purpose.
Yeah.
He's like, they deadlock on purpose because if there's no drama on the Hill, if there's no back and forth, then they don't
vote for
have
them, they can't raise money.
Exactly.
there's no reason for them to be voted for. There's no issues for them to fight about and stand on. They don't have brands.
It's like this. It's like, okay, oh my gosh, you said you want a napkin? Here you go. Here's your napkin. Here's your napkin.
But wait.
Oh, well, I guess you'll have to can you give me more money and raise more money? We'll do it again next time. For 40 years. Bitch, pick up the napkin and give it.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit.
Wait, Lorraine?
Lorraine.
Shout out to Lorraine.
This is sticky for me. Lorraine and her
was so
fur.
fierce.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. She stood up, she grabbed her purse, and she was out.
Fuck this shit is also a front runner for title of it.
Yeah, pretty good.
We absolutely love you. We're so like proud that you've come on the show, and that when we see you, you're always kicking ass and just evolving and just making everyone just feel a bit more optimistic and informed and entertained. So you really are just one of the greats.
Fucking legend for all time. See you at the march. Love you. It's going to be a fun day. Drink the tea.
And tune into Netflix for Survival of the Thickest in a week on July
2nd. We even talk about Michelle Buteau. Anyway.
It's politics. It's tea. It's television.
It's all of it. All right. And we end every episode with the song. And you don't remember how you used to hold me, Mariah. Okay, we'll start over.
Wait,
We'll do a
hold on.
different song.
What song is that though?
And you don't remember.
Oh, well, you
what
went for a
album?
deep cut.
I know. I went for a deep. I don't know why.
Dang.
What album?
I don't think I remember
That's
that album.
from Emotions.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
Anyway, okay, wow. I have deeper cut Mariah than you do.
Listen, just because maybe it's because of my stoner brain. Let's just do this one. Heartbreaker, you got the best of me, but I just keep
I'm coming back incessantly. Oh, why did you have to run your game on me? I should have known right from the start you'd go and break my heart. Give me your love, give me your love. Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and produced by Becca Ramos. Edited by Hot Dog Sandwich. And our music is by Henry Kapersky.